Yo, this man, how's it going, bud? How you doing, my man? How's it going, my dude? If I could open up my YouTube studio. Holy shit, Marcus, my man! Isn't it originally Limebot, right? It's been a while, bro. It has been a fucking while, dude. How's it going, man? Should be live today and tomorrow. So we got a lot of live streams this weekend because I do want to do an episode of the podcast this weekend. So, but I did want to play this as well. Postal the links out. Marcus is alive. Yeah. See, I have a good memory, man. I do have a good memory. I remember the OGs. You always got to remember the OGs. That's something you will never can forget, man, is the OGs. Not there. Hockey season starting up here soon, too, so that means we will be getting some play-by-play streams here coming up here soon, too. So, or we'll probably be doing still a lot more of the HLMs, but we'll definitely be doing some occasional live streams here and there. You know, I've been busy. I've been busy, to say the least. I started a new career in the oil and gas industry. And living in Calgary again. So where I was originally living like 2 years ago, I'm back in Calgary again. So life's been changing up a lot, but it's finally been back into the system of getting back in the flow. Oh yeah, they are the best. They're awesome. I love playing. I love doing the streams, which we're gonna be doing a lot of them. Like not a ton. It'll be mostly during the weekends. But for example, we'll play some like Hockey Legacy Manager for a little bit, and then we'll watch some hockey. Sabres play football today or whatever they've been playing over the last decade. What, the Bills? Open up the chat on my phone so we can jump on the franchise mode here. We'll be playing some HLM, and then tomorrow we'll do an episode of the podcast. We're gonna do a kind of like a season preview. I'm gonna do like a big power rankings of coming into the season, and then over the season we'll talk about, like, we'll keep that like power ranking tier list together, and then kind of going through the season we'll continue to make moves, and I'll talk about the movements that we make between Stanley Cup contenders and shit like that. So that's what we're going to be doing in the episode tomorrow. So that'll be pretty exciting. We'll talk about everything about the off season, talk about camp starting up. We got a lot to talk about, so I'm going to be pretty excited to get that started. So we will automatically just jump on some HLM. So if you guys didn't watch the last episode, your Minnesota Wild, they've been doing quite well. We did make it in. Now, my problem is almost the webcam's almost kind of a nuisance to have playing this game, because even if I have it there, that'll block up the team's names. Man, I think I might just turn off the webcam during these episodes, because there's really no good spot to put it. So we'll just turn that off for now. No. Sabres have not been playing hockey. No, God, no. They're actually... Aren't they playing tonight against the Penguins, I do believe? Preseason hockey, I do believe. So that'll be tomorrow. Am I on? Okay, we're on. Perfect. Okay. So, yeah, last episode, the Minnesota Wild, we made it back into the playoffs with identical records of last season, where we made it to the conference finals. This year, we did quite well in terms of, taking a look at the league. We placed second in the NHL. Not many teams, actually, no team even made it over 100 points. So, we've seen a lot of even teams, no teams even under 70 points. So quite a level-headed season between every NHL team. But we did make some big improvements throughout the season. We picked up Alex DeBrincat at the deadline, trading away Phil Gustafson, who went on a tear with Detroit. But Jesper Wallsted's still pretty good. So we had to trade away one of the goalies. We didn't want to lose one of them for free at the deadline, or at the expansion draft that will be coming up, I think, with Houston. So we didn't want to lose one of our pivotal players. We also been playing Pavel Novak, who was playing majority of the season in Iowa. He came up for a little bit, and he's almost been a point per game player for the Minnesota Wild, playing alongside of I think it's Patrick Laine. He's playing alongside of, who has been pretty damn good this season, 21 goals. To be honest with you, that's all I'm asking Patrick Laine to do. If he could consistently every single season put up 20, 25 goals a season, I don't even care if he puts up 30. And if he produces half decent during the playoffs, I'm happy with him. And then even our fourth line doing pretty good. And then Ryan O'Rourke jumped up massively throughout the season. He jumped up to an 88 overall because our man Brock Faber has just not been really improving that much. He's an elite, but he has been stagnant at 86 overall. So it's kind of like it's a dilemma that we're having with Brock Faber. He's not improving. He's still a very good defenseman for the team. Like, he's still putting up very good defensive numbers, and he's actually improving defensively. He's just not improving in that overall. So now in the first round, we're going to be going up against the Vegas Golden Knights to start off our playoff hunt. Now, we've never really touched Vegas in the playoffs before, so it's going to be a different opponent that we're going to be having this year. A top line that is very defensive with Barbashev, Hurdle, and Mark Stone. Pretty much a very defensive team. They don't have a whole lot of goal scoring power. I would say their third line is going to be something to take a look at, even their fourth line with Dorofeyev. But no guys that has like a lot of goals, unless you want to talk about Bresson, Hurdle, and Stone. They only got like 4 guys over 20 goals. Their defensive core with Theodore Hannafin. They are missing Korzak, who will be out for 12 days. And then their starting goalie is Aiden Hill, who didn't have the greatest season in the world. He actually went to Boston and then right back. That's funny. So he went originally to San Jose. Or no. So he was traded from Vegas to Boston, probably when he was a free agent, and then fucking San Jose traded right back to Vegas. That's crazy. So San Jose didn't even really have him on the team. They just signed him and then traded him. Expansion, Baldy is always available. That's weird. I wonder why. Because he's a free agent or something? No, I have him locked up, so. That's weird. That's crazy. I don't know why. Matthew Baldy's been kind of nutty for me. I mean, Baldy's been absolutely insane for the Minnesota Wild, so it's crazy they would even let that go. So we're going up against a half-decent team in Vegas. I don't think we underestimate them. We know that they can play pretty good. They're just not a big goal-scoring team. We definitely beat them in every single category. Should be a series that we could potentially beat them up, but they've been pretty dominant against us during the regular season, but as we've seen last year, sometimes that doesn't really matter. So let's see how well the Minnesota Wild will do here in Game 1. As here we go. Come on. First period, or first game, and the Minnesota Wild walk away with the 3-1 victory. I always have a top line of Baldy, Barzell, and Besser somehow. That's pretty nutty. That is pretty nuts. Marco Rossi with a 3-point night. Jesper Wallstedt played stellar. Baldy played good. Faber, Rossi, and Kaprizov. So the top line playing pretty dominant. They're in Game 1 against the Vegas Golden Knights. So, we're just going to check out all the other, I guess, playoff tree. As we got Seattle, Colorado, Edmonton, Vancouver, Minnesota, Vegas, Dallas, Utah, Tampa Bay, Florida, Toronto, Montreal. That should be a good one. Philly, New Jersey, also a good one. And then New York and New York, so the Battle of New York. Because last year, we had the Edmonton Oilers, who won the cup there in year 2, who beat us in the conference finals. So we'll see how this year kind of goes compared to last year, and see if we're going to be going up against the Edmonton Oilers, if we even reach that. You know what I mean? That's pretty far away right now. So here we are, Game 2, Minnesota-Vegas, as let's see how we do here in Game 2. And Ryan O'Rourke and Anna Bachquist had a big night. Well, hey, Captain Goose, how's it going? As Minnesota Wild played huge 3-point night there for O'Rourke. Bachquist with 2 points on the night. Crazy. DeBrincat played amazing. And remember, everyone, since we have a pretty good amount of viewers here, make sure to like if you haven't already, or hit the subscribe button. I should be doing a podcast tomorrow, probably around the same time, probably a little bit earlier, probably like a 1 or 2 p.m. Mountain Time. We're going to have the next episode of the Patron on the Radio podcast out. I'm going to try to do that every single Sunday, or I'm going to try to do something, or every 2 weeks is what I'm going to try to do with the podcast, so keep an eye for that. Oh, don't be mean, Oilers, man. What the fuck? Welcome in, Van Hook. Don't be a fucking asshole, Oilers, man. Come on, man. Clean it up. You get a fucking 10-minute misconduct if you don't clean it up here. All right, Game 3 for Minnesota-Vegas. 5-1. Wow, what a fucking Jesus Christ. Vegas is getting absolutely walloped by the goal scoring of the Minnesota Wild. And yes, for Wallsted's been stellar. He hasn't even really let that many goals in. Like, you take a look, what, 1 goal, 2 goal, 1 goal. Like, he's been dominant in the net. As here we go, Game 4. Can we finish it off? And we do. 4-2 is, once again, only that's 2 goals in. Wallsted, massive. Yurov gets his first ever career playoff goal. And then we got Rossi Laine with his second goal of the playoffs, and Bachquist. As we beat up the Vegas Golden Knights in a very dominant first round. As the Minnesota Wild, they're not coming out to play, man. They're coming out to beat teams up. As that top line Baldy played amazing. Yeah, there is preseason hockey tonight. We got, I think it's Pittsburgh and Buffalo, I do believe, is playing tonight. Ryan O'Rourke played amazing. Eriksson Ek, DeBrincat actually did pretty good too. Bachquist. Kaprizov was quite slow, but his line mates carried the bulk there. And then Wallstead was a beast. Not a whole lot, but I think Oilers play tomorrow, I do believe. But I think it's only on like their Edmonton subscription. So I really don't care for watching preseason hockey though. So if it's on tomorrow and if I can watch it, then I'll watch it. But if not, whatever. Oh, Edmonton got eliminated by Vancouver. So we got Minnesota, Dallas, Colorado, Vancouver going up against each other. And then we got Tampa Bay, Montreal, as Montreal beats Toronto again. Toronto can just not escape out of the first or second round. That might be a franchise mode I might want to do, is do that, this one here, of doing the Toronto Maple Leafs. I think that'd be an interesting one to do. In New York and New Jersey. So let's see what we got to go up against what we got to go up against the Dallas Stars, as they've been pretty dominant. They were second place in the division, and their depth is really not there. They got a great top line of Robertson, Johnston, and Stankoven, but after that, they don't really got a whole lot. Rope Hintz is out for 8 games, or 8 days, so he's going to be out for a few. He'll be back. Yeah, I know, Martin does sim incredibly. Have to wait until the 24th to see the Canucks play preseason. Oh, really? It's coming up, man. It's crazy. It's like almost already the end of the month, and hockey season's about to come back on, so it means more content's going to start coming out, because I've been thinking of ideas, and, you know, with the power ranking that I want to do, is I want to continue to do that. I want to keep that up to date. I want to do more Oilers content. It's just, I don't want to put too much on my plate, so I'm going to put a little bit. Like OGRs will come out like either 1 or every 2 weeks. I'll be doing OGRs. It'll be like a weekly thing where I talk about the entire week of Oilers hockey. I think it'll be easier for myself than trying to do a video every day, because, man, I would suffer too much. So slowly upload it. So their depth is not the greatest, to be honest with you. But they got some good futures, Stranges and Semenov, but everyone's pretty old and not really developing very much. Like, Marshman's been doing good. Bjork's really good. Heiskanen. Ottinger's really what's carrying them. Is Lankinen a Canuck now? Yeah, he did sign a 1-year deal. He did sign a 1-year deal with Vancouver, huh? I mean, not a bad season for him. And Vancouver needs a goalie. Is that meaning there's something going on with Thatcher Demko? You know what I mean? Like, is something going on with Vancouver then that they're bringing in Lankinen? I guess they got Seelov, so maybe they're thinking Seelov won't be their guy, but he did pretty good, so you probably imagine him being the backup. But they're bringing in Kevin Lankinen just in case or something. I don't know. Huh? Crazy. All right, let's get into round 2 here against Dallas. Let's see how well we'll do here in game 2. He was confirmed to be out. Oh, that's crazy. That's something to talk about on the podcast then. Demko out. That's crazy. So it'll be Lincoln and Seelov to start off the season. I think, honestly, Demko just might be like that his entire career. I just don't believe the guy's ever going to be healthy. I don't think he's ever going to be healthy. All right, round 2, game 1 against the Dallas Stars. And we lose 4-3 in overtime against the Dallas Stars as Bjork gets 2 goals. He gets almost a hattie. And then we marched right back, but then Letty with the OT goal, so it gives us our first loss. Not the greatest game against the Dallas Stars. Didn't get off to a hot start either. So game 2, hopefully we'll bounce back here. And we do a 3-2 victory against the Dallas Stars as Faber, Baldy, and Kaprizov all getting big goals. Baldy and Kaprizov having some pretty good games. Yeah, please. If anything else happens, I don't imagine very much happening. It's really just the beginning of camp, so I really don't really believe anything's really going to be happening. A lot of the interviews are happening, but I don't think there's anything crazy rumor-wise right now. I know Columbus is going after Kessel, apparently, from what I was hearing of rumors, but 3-2 victory. The series tied up at 1 as we're heading back to Dallas, or we're heading to Dallas for the first time. And hopefully we can get some more depth goal scoring here because we definitely really need it right now against the Dallas Stars. We've slowed down a little bit in the goal scoring department, but we are going up against probably one of the best defensive teams. And really, like, we're going up. It's a defensive battle between 2 great defensive teams and a team that hasn't played very well offensively and a great goaltender. So let's go. Come on. And there we go. 3-2 victories. Jesper Wallstedt plays huge. No goals up until that final period with Kaprizov, Bachquist, and Rossi all getting massive goals. Jets lost in Hinala, and definitely they could make a sign-in eventually. I don't know if they're going to make too much of signings. Now we're just going to go back and forth between that and this. Because you take a look at their depth chart. I don't think they're that bad defensively. They got Stanley, they got Miller, they got Sandberg. I think they're all right. Hinala wasn't that massive anyways, so. All right, so we're up 2-1 here in the series. Still in Dallas. I miss Cap Friendly too, Van Hook. I miss it. All right. Game 4. We could take a massive 3-1 series lead. We definitely do not want to get this series tied back up. So we want to take a big chokehold. So see how well we do. Minnesota Wild, Dallas Stars, game 4. And we walk away with an OT winner with the Brentcat baby getting 2 big goals on the night. Both getting almost the game-winning goal until Hintz ties it up. And then he finishes off in overtime as he stepped up massively on the power play. And with the Isline, he gets a big goal 5-on-5 at OT, baby. Giving us a 3-1 series lead. Trying to head back to the conference finals here tonight here in Game 5. We're going to do real-time sim for this one. See how well we do here in Game 4. Game 5. Baldy, big goal to start the game off here for the Minnesota Wild. 3 minutes in, he got a big goal. His 6th goal of the playoffs. Here in the second period, Bjork, though, with 30 seconds remaining, ties the game up at 1 for the Dallas Stars. Not the start I really wanted. Power play here for Minnesota. As we're going to be heading into the 3rd period of action. Power play for the Dallas Stars going into the 3rd period. Power play for Dallas, trying to get a goal. They can't. Minnesota trying to finish it off, but it's a defensive battle between these two teams. Next goal wins this game. Easily guaranteed. as we're heading in OT. Fucking A, boys. We don't want to let Dallas walk right in. You know, if we let them walk right on in, then that kind of gets in our heads a little bit because, hey, they're only 2 games back, right? This is always the toughest game to win. So we got to go into this OT. We got to punch something through Audiger. Find his weakness. We know his weakness because we've scored goals against him before. So let's finish it off. Oh, my God. I started up into Brink. It goes out there. Bet I got this shit. And walks in there, snipes right in front of the net. Holy shit. What a goal by our boy Alex DeBrincat to get his 5th goal of the playoffs and sends the Minnesota Wild back off to the conference finals once again. Because it's either going to be Colorado or Vancouver. It's going to be Colorado. That is an instant classic always, man. An instant classic always. We actually got beaten by Colorado, I think, in year 1 from what I do remember. So that was a crazy start, but now we're going to be going up against the Colorado Avalanche once again. The other series we got is Tampa Bay, New York. So I think 2 teams that haven't been, no, Tampa Bay was back in the finals and Florida. New York hasn't been in there yet, so we'll see if they make it in. But before we take a look at the Colorado Avalanche, I want to take a look at the team stats, which we'll take a look right here. Baldy, just incredible, man, incredible. You know, Zook is not getting a massive amount of goals, but he's being that team leader. Like, I think he's being that big team leader guy. He's going out there. He's giving it his all. Really, he really is. You know, 2 points in only 9 games. Sucks for production-wise, but he's giving his damnedest, and they're still producing great. Like, DeBrincat, 9 points in 9 games. Eriksson Ek still doing great. The third line giving us a little bit of depth. Defensively, Ryan O'Rourke and Bachquist have been dominant in the offensive category, and Jesper Wallstedt has just been massive for net minding here for the Minnesota Wild. He's just been incredible. A .945 save percentage. Like, he's only lost, 1 game in OT, so he's been dominant for the Minnesota Wild as we're now going to be going up against Colorado, who also have a pretty dominant team with Mr. Nate McKinnon, Nikushkin, and Middlestad up at their top line. They do not got Rantanen. I wonder where Rantanen's at right now. Did he go somewhere else? Oh, he went to Calgary. Oh, he signed in Calgary. Wow. How's Calgary even doing? Oh, yeah. Still ass. That's crazy they went after Rantanen when they got, no centers. Why? I think Utah could definitely make it to the playoffs this year. I think they're, one of my teams that are, a dark horse to definitely make it into the playoffs this year. Very much so. I think they have a pretty good team. They're young players. I think a lot of them will very much excel this year. I think Gunther will have a nutty season. I think it'll be pretty good. Kale McCarr, Devon Taves, Guliev, Gerard, and then Gorgiev, who's been all right for the Colorado Avalanche. A .915 save percentage. He's 8-3. He hasn't been bad. So we'll see how well we will do against Colorado Avalanche in here in the conference finals. So, all right. Come on, Colorado. Or come on, Minnesota. Fuck Colorado. Come on, Minnesota. We need to play massive here, man. We need to lock in, man. We need to lock in. We got to play our fucking A game, and let's take out the Minnesota, or let's take out the Colorado Avalanche and advance on to the Stanley Cup Finals. That's what I'm dreaming of right now, man. All right. So here we go. Minnesota Wild, Colorado. Let's go. Game 1. Let's see how it goes. As the Colorado Avalanche, they come in, step up massively. 3 big goals from Nikushkin, Middlestad. 2 goals from Middlestad. But Minnesota tried to get back into it with Laine and Zook. But they weren't able to get there. So here we go, Game 2. I'm thinking maybe we jump up Novak up there. I think that's what we might do is Novak with DeBrincat. See if we can get the Zuccarello going with Laine. But they haven't been going very much. We need to get some secondary help right now against this Colorado Avalanche team. So here we go. Game 2. against Minnesota or against Colorado when we fall down 3-1. As the Minnesota Wild, they are getting shut down by Colorado. As, God. Do we just fully stack it up with Kaprizov that? And then, Ryan O'Rourke up there. Fiera with Bachquist. Give that a try, man. There's not very many options we can kind of go to right now, so we'll go with that. We'll see how that works. We're down 2-0 in the series. Not the spot that we want to be in right now, all right? Not the spot that we want to be in. We need a bounce back win. We need to play a lot better than what we're doing right now, so let's get her going. Here we go. Game 3. Minnesota down by 3. We're in Colorado, and Kaprizov starts things off with his 5th goal of the playoffs, as we absolutely need him to start lighting things up. We need him to be our big player, our big young star, Colton, and then Nikushkin. And then, don't worry, Kaprizov ties it right back up for the Wild. He's like, we're not out yet, baby. And then McKinnon, he gives the Avs back the lead 3-2. This is a big game for Minnesota. We need this dub tonight. We absolutely need this dub. Oh my God, Kaprizov. And oh my fucking God, can we play defense, man? I don't know, man. Jesper Wallsted's kind of concerning me here, man. I think with the way that we're going right now, we need to go like that. I don't know what we want to do defensively to make a change here. Maybe we do spot check with Brodin with Bachquist. Get a goal scorer up here. Maybe Eriksson Ek with those guys. We could do let's do that. Kaprizov with Eriksson Ek, Novak, DeBrincat, Rossi, and Boldy. Let's see if we could get something going here in the third period of action. Maybe we could play a little bit better defensively. Maybe we could get a goal. Kovalenko gets a goal. Yurov gets one, but we need to tie it up. Oh my God, and Kaprizov with 4 motherfucking goals, man. Kaprizov. Holy crow, dude. 4 goals in the biggest game of the Wild's career right now, and we step up massively with 4 goals from that man. Dude. Come on here in OT. Kaprizov played his heart out, man. Kaprizov played his heart out, but couldn't do enough to push the Wild to I don't know, man. Now we're down 3-0. Peretz maybe it wasn't the greatest idea, but he was doing a lot better than fucking what Jesper Wallstedt was doing in that goddamn game. He was playing atrocious. I mean, not atrocious, I guess, but not the greatest. Yeah, apparently Kirill, the leader, Kaprizov. He's definitely the next captain in line. They're damn sure. Once Zug heads out, it's Kaprizov who's being the captain. All right, well, let's see how well we do here in Game 4. We're down by 3. This is going to be a tremendous comeback if we even have something in like that in us right now. I don't believe so. We would have to try to climb massively back, and right now our walls are against the walls, so we're already down 1-0 here in Game 4. Ryan O'Rourke ties the game up at 1. We've been so dominant, but Colorado, I don't know, man. Every year, like, every time we face Colorado so far in this franchise mode, we have been beaten by Colorado. We beat them there in year 1. Year 1, we beat them to a pulp. And then, you know, now this year, year 1, we got beaten by them in a pulp in the first round. We didn't face them there in year 2, or we did beat them there in year 2, I do believe. But this year, they're just coming back for vengeance. Yeah, 5-2, massive victory. We definitely need to improve a lot in our defensive core, but we got absolutely pummeled. Finishing second, they are coping. Ottawa's not even making the playoffs this year. They're not even breathing playoff hockey. They are not making it. I don't know what people think Ottawa has this year, but they're not making it. Damn, that's so upsetting. That's probably Zuccarella's last year, too. So close to getting this man a Stanley Cup. So close to get in this man Stanley Cup. We're just still so far away. As man, that's we just didn't have like DeBrincat played great, but we just didn't have any other guy that was like really making a difference for the team in this playoff run. You know what I mean? Like Baldy was great, but like compared to last playoffs where, Kaprizov was insane and, we had a lot of big production from a lot of players. I don't even think we really can blame Wallstead at that fact. I think you can look at the defense core and say Mario Fierro didn't play as great as what we wanted him to play, or even take a look at like Spotcheck, who's young. So I don't know. I think there's definitely a lot of components I would like to change about the team. Like defensively, I would like maybe get some more two-way guys on the team. Like Bachquist was pretty nuts, and Ryner Work played amazing for the team, so I was quite happy about that. But not enough. So it looks like it'll be Colorado and Tampa Bay, as we'll just simulate through that. See who wins the cup. Tampa Bay giving a wallop to Colorado now. They're just getting it right back. Colorado, they going to climb right back? No. Oh, wait. Colorado making a tremendous comeback, and they reverse sweep the Tampa Bay Lightning. They first of all beat one of the best teams in the league, Minnesota, and then they go out there and reverse sweep the Tampa Bay Lightning, who, I don't know, they look like they're on crack cocaine with William Karlsson on the team. They got Drew Doughty. Like, what? They have Drew Doughty on their team. Hedman, like, I don't know, man. This team's quite crazy. Wow. But we got beat by Colorado. So, what? That's 3 years in a row that we've been beaten by teams who have won cups. Colorado twice, and then the Edmonton Oilers. That is just tremendously big-time unlucky. Big-time unlucky for us, man. So, who's going to win the Hart? We got Mitch Marner with 123 points. I see what you mean by Mitch Marner being absolutely busted. Holy jamoly. We all know my lines have been, I'll check that out here in a bit. Mitch Marner wins the Hart. Who else? We can check out the Calder. I always like checking out the Calder. So who's going to win the Calder? We got Lucas Shevchovsky, Anstoniov, and Frundell. I think we all know who's going to be that guy, the Utah player. Or no, wow, Columbus. Vizali Anstoniov from the KHL was undrafted, won the Gagarin Cup twice, and came in the NHL and threw up 30 goals for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Crazy. And then the trophy that I always like to take a look at is James Norris in the Vezina. Heiskanen. We got Adam Fox, who might actually honestly win it, and Jacob Slavin. We all know who's going to win that. Adam Fox. Or no, wow, it goes to Jacob Slavin instead. Okay, totally got me wrong there. I thought it was going to be Adam Fox, who actually would have won it for the first time. And then the Vezina. None of our guys are going to be up there. We got Ottinger, who Dallas actually did quite well. Stuart Skinner, and Syorkin. Oh, man, it's going to be tough between Syorkin and Ottinger. Probably going to be Syorkin. They had identical records. It's kind of funny. Goals against average is better. Save percentage is better. GSAA is better for Syorkin. And I think Syorkin's going to, winner. So let's reveal all the other trophies. We got McKinnon getting the Conn Smythe again. Mitch Marner with the Art Ross. Kachuk with the Rocket Richard. Mitch Marner goes and gets the Adam Oates Award. LaFontaine somehow gets the Frank J. Selke. He's just a defensive beast there for the Rangers. And that is it. Patrick Wall with the Jack Adams. So do we still have the same coach, right? Or no, we changed it up. Oh, we still have John Hines, yeah. I don't know if I really want to fire John Hines. I've been liking him. Like, we've been doing quite well with John Hines as head coach. Like, I wouldn't even say that this year was a loss. Like, we made it to the conference finals again, just weren't able to get past that point. I definitely would like to get past that point for sure. But I think we keep John Hines and keep the coaching staff the same. I don't think we change anything about our staffing this year, at least. So, Zook going to retire this year. He does not. I don't know if I really want to keep Zuccarello around and keep trying to play him. I think like he's basically at its max. Like, I don't think there's much hockey left in Zuccarello, but for playing in the AHL, you know what I mean? Like 46 points in 81 games, but he didn't do anything once it came towards playoff time. Like playoff time, he just sucked. And usually Zuccarello's been pretty good playoff wise for the Wild, but he just didn't do anything in this past playoff run. So, and we could get some better players than what we got in him. So, after the expansion draft, we're gonna do an expansion draft this year and then one after that. So I think we can protect most of our team. I don't think we're gonna have to lose very many players. Because yeah, Ryan O'Rourke doesn't show up. We just have to protect Brody and Foligno, of course. We're still paying for his contract because I think he's stuck on a full blown no movement, right? Yeah, full blown no movement. Zuccarello gets himself stuck on there too. So I'm not too crazy. Like, so we could keep line A. Yeah, we could keep basically everybody. There's no goal, so all we really would lose is either Goudreau, Fabro, or Gauntz. Which, one of those guys, yeah, Gauntz to the Atlanta Thrashers is what we added in. So, we're going to have an expansion draft this year, not next year, but the year after that, we're going to add Houston in. Because Houston's apparently supposed to come in, so. See what Atlanta got. They got Lindgren, Bjorkstrand, Garland, Wenberg, Romanov, Kreider. Holy crap, they actually built a pretty decent team. Bertuzzi, Buchnevich, Spurgeon's on the team now too. That's actually not a bad looking team. Depth wise, pretty good. Like no young guys on their team, but not a bad looking team. And then we got to make sure they're in the right division. Yeah. Okay, they're in the Metro. Okay. So draft lottery. Don't really care what's going to happen, but Anaheim still sucks ass. So LA Kings, they win first overall, so they'll be getting the first overall selection. Alright. So I don't think we need to make any moves. Like draft pick wise, I don't think we have very much draft picks coming into this season. We could try to clear up some cap. Because I wouldn't mind keeping DeBrincat. I think, we still have our first round pick. Man, I forgot. We haven't really, the trades that we have made haven't been like super crazy. Like, I would like to keep DeBrincat. We also got Rossi this year. DeBrincat is a free agent, but he only wants 7.1. We got 7.9. We're going to have a ton of money that's going to come off the books. We're going to have a lot of prospects. Like, we're probably going to have Riker Lee jump up and be a guy this year. Like, that's almost a guaranteed. I'm actually kind of surprised of how he's doing. Trethaway might be a guy that's going to be ready to play this year. We got Rabukin, who might be ready to play this year. We got some prospects that are developing to play kind of next year. Like, Merritt's ready to go next year at an 84 overall. You got Novak, who's definitely going to be ready to play another season. Yurov, Bankier. So, like, will we need to brink it? I don't know. Like, he did pretty good for us, and playoff-wise, he did pretty well. You got Riley Haight as well. That's going to be ready to go for the forward core. That's pretty much it for the forward core, and maybe even Lorenz. He might be ready to go. Z Boom is going to be also potentially ready to go. A lot of offensive defensemen and Lambos, but with him being at 24, I don't believe Lambos is going to develop a whole lot more than what he is. He used to actually be highly touted, but he hasn't been developing too much for us. Jack Pert might be ready. Goaltending wise, we don't really got a whole lot of future goalies. We already got our big guy in Jesper Wallstedt, so. I think if anything, just, I guess, fucking more depth wouldn't be a bad idea. Bill Guerin, sure, we'll try to get you back on. And then head of player development here. Aaron Miller's good development-wise, so. What? He rejects our contract? Okay. I'll see how everyone else is going to be cost-wise. Brett McLean. Sign you again. Simon. Sign you again. Oh, I guess not. So fire you. Reed Larson. Pavel Datsuk. I guess we could upgrade in our scouting department too, if we wanted to. Wouldn't mind keeping Aaron Miller. Doesn't even want to stay with the team. Okay. All right. Well, we're looking for a new head of player development now. Could do Rob Brendamore. Can make him head up. That's 1.3 million. I think we'll just have to work on somebody and make them better with some skills. Okay. So with scouting, yeah, really not getting very much improvements. You could upgrade a few guys, but I don't know if it really matters. So coaching wise, we'll get an AHL coach for cheap. I guess we could spend a little bit of money on one. Dennis Heidenberg, actually not a bad idea. That actually might be not a bad future coach for the team. So get him on the team. That's pretty much it for the scout or for the staff, and so let's just him off to the draft. I was saying we could clean up some contracts around the team. I mean, Foligno's stuck with the no movement, so we're not going to be able to move him. Hartman, he's a free agent. I think Hartman's just going to be gone with Merritt coming into the team this year. Merritt's going to be fully ready to go this year. He was a defensive beast in the AHL. I'm excited to see what he's going to be able to do full-time NHL-wise. Defensively, Brodeen is going to be kind of a bit of a pain because he also has a no movement. I don't imagine us playing the guy for very much longer. So, especially with Zeev Boom coming up the prospect core and Trethway, we'll have to figure out what we're going to do with our defensive core because I think we definitely need to improve that a bit. Because I want to make some bigger improvements. I want to get a big defenseman that can play up on that right side. So, let's do our draft. Let's see what we can get. See what prospects are available out there. So, Landon Dupoint goes to LA. We got Sergey, whatever the fuck that guy's last name is, going off to the Anaheim Ducks. Joseph going off to the Blues. Scantleberry going off to Washington. Fucking Pittsburgh again, a good prospect for their future. So right off the get-go, I'm seeing a guy that I kind of like. Savante Forsman, a Swedish-born player. Didn't do that bad. We got a playmaker. We got Philip Wallin, too, who had a pretty good production season. I'm kind of a fan of Forsman here. Somehow my Lethbridge expansion became a bigger disaster than the Coyotes. Really? Fuck, eh? Yeah, I think we go with Forsman here. I like the future centerman coming up the pipeline. Forsman, top 6, not bad. Even if we don't use them, trade bait. You know what I mean? That's a whole part of drafting really well, and the reason why we've been very patient with a lot of our picks is because I want to see what we could develop half of these players into, right? And Minnesota's that type of team where we weren't expecting to be in the playoffs as fast as what we were. Oh, we could check this Ing. And we're just, our scouts are not scouting very much. It's kind of the problem right now. We need to get more of the projected overall stats kind of going, and then we're able to kind of see like, oh, this is a good looking player. So we'll see what we can find, but we'll choose a few of these guys. Defensive defenseman, 86 overall. Not bad. High top 6 is pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Jonas Neiman. High fourth line. That's not terrible. Not the greatest in the world. Another sniper. Sure, Murray Hall. Yeah, another draft that's kind of mid. I'll sim that last pick. Okay. So we got a lot of free agents. A lot of free agents and only $26 million. And Ryan O'Rourke wants payday, man. So DeBrincat might be a last resort here, if anything. We got a lot of players that we got to sign. Or I guess some, not a whole ton. that we do got to sign in. So, yeah, let's make the signs. Rossi, I wish we could sign to a longer contract, to be honest with you, because what do we got right now? We got 3 years with Baldy, 7 years with Kaprizov, so he's locked up. We got Wallstead at 1 year. We got Eriksson Ek at 2, Line A at 5, Faber at 6, Fierro at 5. So a lot of our guys right now, we got a lot of guys that are going to be ending next year, so we're going to have a lot of free agents next year. I think we want to deal with some of them coming up after, once free agency begins. So with anything, I want to get Rossi to a 2-year deal. Just because then I'll skip that time. It's going to suck because he's going to be unrestricted free agent. But I think for now, it's that middle period between when we got a whole crap ton of free agents and when we have another kind of group that we're going to be having free agency-wise. So I think Rossi locking him up, I think, is a good idea. I think having Ryan O'Rourke at the same deal as Mr. Baldy, as Mr. Kaprizov, is perfect. 7-year deal. We'll sign him to a no movement so we could get him at a cheaper cost. I think Ryan O'Rourke's going to be a future player here in Minnesota. With how good of a season he had this year and how well he did in the playoffs, I think he's our top pairing guy. I think Ryan O'Rourke is the future of the Minnesota Wild. Honestly, I think he's going to be our big top defenseman stud. I hope he stays at that 88 overall because I know sometimes those guys drop down occasionally. So I hope he does stay at that overall because, man, he was a beauty. 7.1 million. So these guys, DeBrincat, Hartman, Faber, I don't want to really worry about. Riley Haight, he wants a decent amount of money, but that's okay. Jack Pert, we'll get you back on a 3-year deal. Raska, we'll sign you back. All these guys will just get back on deals. Riker Lee will sign. Trethaway will sign. Him will sign. Brzezinski will sign. KVRV will sign. And Ryder Ritchie will get to a contract too. So now with the team that we got here, we got $11 million. So don't forget we got Merritt that will be playing here. See, I almost like DeBrincat for the fact that he's a right wing, left wing combo, and I think he's already good. I don't believe Lee's going to jump up that high. I don't think he's going to jump up that high. It's just 7.8. We're going to be locking him up. Like, so who are we going to be having as free agents next year that's going to be coming off the books? We're going to be having Brodeen come off the books, and then that's really it for big contract players. I mean, we could just deal with it. I mean, Foligno, I guess, too, right? Foligno's going to be coming off the books. Spurgeon's buyout's going to be coming off the books. Freddie Gaudreau, I mean, we could trade him anyways. I don't think it's a bad idea to get DeBrincat, but what are we going to have after that, right? So we get DeBrincat. I'll bump up bank here, right? So we'll have Novak, DeBrincat, Eriksson Ek, and then Line A. Merritt, could probably do Yurov. And then the fourth line will be whatever we kind of get development-wise. Unless we get Riker Lee to jump up massively and he could be a big-time player for us next year. Like, even if anything, Line A is a trade option. I think Line A could be a trade option. I think DeBrincat is a better sniper to kind of keep for the team. And I don't think it's a bad idea. You get him at 7 years. It'll be the same kind of deal as what we've been giving a lot of those guys. I don't think with DeBrincat we give him a no movement because he's not part of the team. But I think we can, oh man, we could get him to, even if anything, we could get him to a pretty cheap contract without anything. So 6.7 for DeBrincat. I would like to keep him on the team. I think he'll be a pretty useful player for the Minnesota Wild. And we saw $5.5 million to kind of play around with. So I don't mind that. Because if anything, I would like to improve our defense quarters. So Zuccarello, Faber, and Hartman, we will be losing this season. And we do need, I would like to get a defenseman, but there's no big defenseman that I could really see us making a trade for to massively improve the team. There's no real big defenseman. What happens if I were to trade away a first? Let's just see what's kind of out here for trade. If anything, I'll start looking at other teams too. See if any team wants to trade away a defenseman. Because I wouldn't mind making a move to try to improve our defense core big time this year. Nothing in that area. I don't want to trade away any of these players. Like Z Boom could be a guy that we trade away, but I don't think we're going to get any like crazy good defensemen out of that. So let's look at each individual team. We'll see if there's any defensemen out there that we can go after. See if there's anything that's like, oh, that'll be a crazy good pickup. Or maybe we can be like, okay, maybe this team could trade away this type of player. Brady Shea, but he has a full-blown no movement there in Nashville. Anton Silyayev, but he has not even jumped up like a single bit, so I don't even want to take a risk on that type of player. That's the biggest thing. We got to also pick our times to be like, okay, this player might develop. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this could be a guy that can develop, and we need a right-handed. We absolutely need a right-handed. I don't get this when an expansion team takes someone, the team should be able to get the player extended, but when an expiring player is drafted in an expansion draft, they usually go to free. Yeah, that's just because it's sometimes buggy with that shit, you know what I mean? And it was even doing that sometimes with EA, but I think it should almost be like in the expansion draft, that trade value for that player that's a free agent should drop tremendously so they don't get picked. Kind of like what NHL does. Ottawa. You got Levi, fucking Allmark in Philly. Holy crow. Some defensemen there, but nothing that's like really like a wowzer type of move. Hey, Fan Rocks, how's it going? I seen the GMs are doing. Yeah, they were talking about. I have been hearing Atlanta and Houston are potential expansions back in the NHL. So Atlanta, we might be seeing the third time's the charm for Atlanta. Timothy. He's only 86 overall, though. Implement a way for the team to get early negotiations with a player like... Yeah, that would be a smart idea, too. Like, it'd be like, we can give them permission to talk to one of our available players or something like that. Yeah, that's a pretty cool idea. Sergachev would actually be not a bad idea. I would actually wouldn't mind doing a Sergachev because he's left, right... I mean, his contract's a bit expensive for me. 8.5 right now is a little steep, but you could get him at a deal for that contract. So that might be somebody to come back and look at in Utah. But that's with our division, so I'm not really interested in doing something like that. Training with our division. But he's the only good defenseman I've seen so far that I'd be like, you know what, that's a great player to kind of go after. If Atlanta fells again, yeah, goes to Arizona or Quebec, yeah, who knows? I honestly, I could see Atlanta work, and I think they just have to have a successful team. I think it's the biggest thing, you know what I mean? Like, I think they'll have a better expansion draft than what they've seen last time, you know what I mean? Like, I think it'll definitely work out a lot better than what I think, like, the last few times, but I think Atlanta could be a hockey city. Like, we seen with the Atlanta Flames. The Atlanta Flames were just trash. They were a trash team. They were 0.0, just a trash team that just had nothing going for them. And then, you know, fucking, what are you supposed to do? And then round 2 again, they just had a trash expansion draft. And then how are you supposed to build a team off of horrible drafts? Like, how many drafts in a row did they have that was just absolutely atrocious? You know what I mean? Like, there was so many expansion drafts that were just piss poor. We got Edvidson available. That's interesting. Urov and Line they want. That's something to come back and look at. I might have to go grab an energy drink before we make that deal. That's kind of interesting, though. Story of the Sharks expansion draft shit was a mess. I don't, but I know, like, their expansion draft was pretty atrocious, too. Like, I know they had not a great expansion draft, like, way back in the day. Most of those expansion drafts weren't good. So, we got Shergachev and Edvidson. The problem with Edvidson, he's only a lefty right now. And we do need a righty. But I think we could transform him into being a right-handed defenseman. Or we could do that with Ryan O'Rourke too. Which I think we just might end up doing and just play him with Mario Friero or something like that. But somebody that could develop into something. And they do want Urov. I'm almost just kind of interested to see how we'll develop, almost. I think that's what I might end up waiting for, is I might just see how the team develops and kind of go from there. I think if anything, we'll sign like one free agent and we'll do like a right-handed two-way forward. That's like not as expensive as Hartman and not as high as an overall. So if we, end up not playing him, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Could do a Travis Boyd. Travis Boyd was quite good when we had him. There was a North Stars draft, literally. The Sharks got to take players from the North Stars before the actual expansion draft, but no actual players were available. Oh, fuck. Then the actual draft came, and the Sharks / North Stars were able to select. That's fucking horrible. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with a lot of the expansion drafts and shit. Like, they just kind of fucked teams over and didn't really even give them a chance. Like, they just had to, like, draft and develop. And, like, when Atlanta came in, it was like the Kovalchuk, and then they got Lentonen, and then Heatley, right? And they got amazing players, but they couldn't get anything else because the deeper the draft went, the worse the picks were anyways. So, I don't know, man. There was some trash tier shit back in the day. I mean, a lot of these players might just be even available later on. I think we just almost wait and see what's available. Keep our cap, Fuck it. I don't think we do jack shit. I don't think we do a single thing. Because right now I am pretty happy with the team that we got. And we could always make a deal later on down the road if need be. There might not be as many available players next year, but we could always play patient and see. So I think we wait and see. See what's available. Atlanta went off and signed a bunch of people. Strom, Philip Deneau. They went pretty crazy. Hartman back to Chicago. Zuccarello to Detroit. Doughty to Pittsburgh for some reason. Mark Stone to St. Louis and Coleman and Mike Riley. I don't know what Blues are doing, but they're doing something there. But when teams were submitting their protection list, players like Bellevue, Dryden, fucking Lafleur were all available. We're only allowed one UFA per. The North Stars had to take Lafleur, who was only a UFA they were allowed to take. Oh my god, really, eh? I don't know what they were really thinking with a lot of the expansion drafts back in the day. They had some weird rules, and like half the teams were protected, so you had to like play players that were in like the minors and stuff. Like I don't know, not many big name players. I definitely do want to nominate Bergeron. I think Bergeron deserves to be retired. Marlowe, Osgood. This is a horrible class. I think if anything, Eric Stahl, Rene, and Marlowe, I guess. So Marlowe, Osgood, and Robert the Butch Gorin all make it in. Colorado. There's their point leaders from last year. Kaprizov was in the top 10. He was pretty nutty this past season. Kachuk, he had 2 less goals than Kachuk and could have won the goal scoring race. So, oh, holy shit! What the fuck, Riker Lee? Oh my god, dude! The development is nuts this year, dude. Wowzers. Bruh. I don't even know how to feel about Ogren because he hasn't done very well over the past few years. That's my main problem with Ogren. Novak's been proven. But holy shit, dude. Riker Lee jumps up to an 87 overall. Right out of college, he's going to come in and play up on the top line. So Liney's expendable. We need to improve our defense. We got some pretty... we even got Lorentz, who's ready to go. Like, we got a lot of guys that we could play this year. We didn't have any improvements in our defense core, which kind of sucks, to be honest with you. So Detroit, what do you want to still trade away if it's a no? Not this time around. Not this time around, eh? I don't know if I need anybody nutty, even if it's like a top 6 guy, I'd be happy with that. But I'm going to go quickly grab an energy drink. I'm going to be right back in a sec. I'll be back, boys. Yeah, check out my dick sore. It's on the dick sore. Check us out. I post most of my streams on there, or that I'm going live on there. It's actually Discord, but All right. So Detroit had some good players. We got Spence, who would actually be an upgrade from Bachquist. I actually like Bachquist. I think if anything we could play, I think we keep Bachquist, play him in the top 6. I think that'll be the way that we go with that one. I used to only let my fucking energy drink in the freezer for too long, but it's like a slushy almost. But dude, I cannot believe Riker Lee jumped up that much. Like, he's been improving good, but I was like, oh, and silly, I have jumped up. Holy crow. Maybe it would have been a good idea to trade for him. They want DeBrincat and Liney, though. With Ryan O'Rourke being the same overall, I wouldn't even be that mad about not going after someone so insane, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be okay with just going with a right-handed defenseman that would be an 87 overall, even if it's like he's going to stay at that overall. Because with what we got, like, I wish Faber would just fucking jump up and develop. You know what I mean? Like, it's so frustrating that he's just not developing at all. And he's taking forever to do anything. It's very, very frustrating. Philly. Liney's not skating, eh? Liney's got some issues, man. He's got a lot of them. It's unfortunate. Same with Robin Lehner. He totally, like, missed his check-in and stuff like that. So I feel bad for Robin Lehner, too. Lehner's been through the ringer his whole career. So it's really sad what some of those players have happened to them, you know? It's fucking sad. Oh. Nothing there in Tampa Bay. Nothing there in Toronto. Utah still does want to trade away Sergachev, but yeah, he has a no trade clause on him. So we wouldn't even be able to get him. Don't really need a right-handed defensive defenseman. If anything, we need like more of a two-way, not an offensive defenseman. I think more of two-way would be a Burrali. Even in an offensive defenseman, I guess wouldn't even be a bad idea. Lindholm, but he has a full blown no movement. Mackenzie Weegar, but he's going to drop and he has no trade clause. Every time I see a player that's available, they're like, oh yeah, no movement or no trade clause on them. So it's like, well, we really can't trade for that guy. Nothing we could really do about it. Zach Werenski's available, but once again, left-handed. Really makes it a pain in our ass, man. Fucking not a whole lot available for right-handed defensemen that are like actually good overalls or whatever, you know what I mean? Even Detroit doesn't even really have anybody but Trouba. They got so many defensemen. Holy crow. But nothing I really want to pick up, though. Who else was good? Yeah, LA was Spence. LA had Jordan Spence. He was still not that bad defensively. This has been great numbers-wise there in LA, but not like LA's been great anyways. And not that I really even need him with Landon DuPoint there. Who else was it that I liked? Nashville didn't have anybody. New Jersey had Silyaev. Who wouldn't be a bad idea. He's an elite at 21 years of age who just massively jumped up. He hasn't played very much hockey in the NHL either, so... I don't think there was very many other people that I was like... that was jumping out at me. It's either we do Spence, who's been a massive point producer, because you take a look at what we've had point producing wise. We had Ryan O'Rourke at 42. We had Faber at 60 points, but he's dropped down offensively over the past little bit. He's more focused on playing his defense, right? Bachwist, who was pretty good, but only really had 34. And then Spotcheck, who could be a pretty good point producer, but we haven't really seen very much of it yet. And then, of course, Fierro and shit. Or we go after Silyaev, who's going to be a beast defensively. I don't want to take forever because we're an hour and 12 in. We haven't even started up the season yet. Okay, so what we would have, I was saying with Silyaev, we would have to trade away. They're asking for either Wallstead or they're asking for DeBrincat and Laine. Either that or we do Brent Pesce and we go with something like that, but he has a no trade clause, so we can't even do that. So, fuck. Or we could do LA. LA, and then that replaces Bachwist. And they don't really want a whole lot for him. I think we'll do a manual trade with them. LA. What do they need? So they got goal scorers. So let's trade away Laine. I like the Toronto deal almost the best. Yeah, to Toronto. Do they not have cap? They don't have cap. Anybody that you can give us for not that half bad? I almost need another $2 million guy in there. In BC. That makes it work. There we go. So, Laine, Armia, Vesey, third and a first for Laine. There we go. So, done deal. And then we'll make the trade with LA to get Jordan Spence on the team. So, right D, Jordan Spence. We will trade that first round pick from Buffalo. And then I was saying I was wanting to trade away Laine. Hang on, we'll take a look here. Best lines. So I kind of want to keep with the forward core that we have now. I really don't want to move anybody. So I'm pretty happy with what we got. I think if anything, yeah, could trade away Bachquist. Either that or we could dump off one of our, because I really don't want to give him any of our NHL players that we have right now currently, but Bachquist, and our first. What else do you guys got? Because we could even replace fucking Brodeen too, but I think we'll wait on that. Well, we could just massively improve. We could get Silyayev and Spence. They just want NHL players because they're a playoff team, right? So I think for right now we'll wait. We'll just do Spence and we'll keep our eye out for a player. I think is what we'll do for now. And we'll just make a trade for some picks that we'll pick up for extra. So Bachquist and a first for Jordan Spence, who's signed up for 4 years at 5.8. It's kind of in that middle ground for contracts. By time his contract's done, he'll be 30, so we could even trade him away if need to. We have full control of what we want to do with his contract, especially with Trethewey and Boom coming up. I think it'll be a good pickup. We could always trade him if need to. We don't need to keep him, so pretty good pickup. I think it'll be a good offensive defenseman to help improve the offensive core for the team this year. So, probably play on the top power play, almost guaranteed. Alrighty. Now, I think we're pretty much ready to go. I don't think we're going to wait any longer. Let's get on to the season. Let's get started with year 4. Because I would actually honestly like to get through the playoffs, and then that'll probably be it for the stream. But we'll see how this season sim goes. There are some pretty good defensemen we could use. Only Mata. Yeah, he was okay. A lot of players getting claimed. A lot of movement around in the NHL. Oh, whoa. Topa. Oh, my God. He's available? Fuck, we got to throw our claim in there for that. If we could get that, like, Jesus. Oh, we would be over the cap. What are we? We're at 2 mil. Fucking motherfucker. Guess we spent a lot of money on getting Spence, so understandable. Alrighty. Let's get everyone sent down to the AHL, players that we don't need. I actually kind of would like to keep Armia. I guess we can't. We have to keep Foligno up here. Forgot he has a no movement clause. I forgot about that. Everyone else we'll send down to the minors. Best lines on the minors. And, alright. So, actually, I wouldn't mind signing a few free agents just to have some extra depth. Like Guilford, sure, why not? And then get some extra forwards, because why not? Just get some depth players for the minors. Give a little bit more to the forward core. Fuck me. There we go. Okay. So, NHL. I've seen so many stars available at the expansion drafts. Bob, Barzell, York, Besser, Varlamov, Verhage, Nelson, Hedman once. Huh. Crazy. Fuck. I haven't done too many expansion drafts, to be honest with you. I haven't done a crazy amount, so one time I'll have to. Alrighty, so this is what I want to roll with the lineups. I really love Novak when he was playing up on the top line during those playoffs, or second line. I think Pavel Novak did actually quite well with the Brinket, so I want to do that. I want to try. This is all. These are basically. Ogren's the only guy that has experience in the NHL. Merritt has never played. Riker Lee has never even touched like AHL hockey. So him jumping up on that third line and being the overall that he is, we'll have to see how well he'll do. Defensively, O'Rourke, Spence, top pair, sure. Faber, Ferraro, and then Brody and spot check. And then Wallstead and Parrots will be the goaltending. We'll give a decent amount of games to Parrots. And then did want to get into extensions. Fuck me. You only want 2 years? Yurov wants 6 mil. Ogren wants 6 mil. Oh my God. We might run into some money problems here soon with this team, man. I would like to try to get Novak. I don't want to sign Novak because it was just his first year, so I don't want to sign him to anything crazy yet. So, well, without further ado, let's stop fucking around. Let's get into the start of the season. Let's see how well we'll do to begin the season. And Damon Hunt gets picked up on waivers. That kind of sucks. Oh, yeah, we got captaincy that we got to fill in. So, Kaprizov, he will be the official captain at the age of 30. Kirill, the real deal Kaprizov, will be taking the leadership role for the Minnesota Wild alongside of our man, Matt Baldy, who's also going to be taking his assistant captaincy role. So the new leader of the team. Let's see if we can actually do something of worth this year as well. Because I would like to win a cup this year. Did Faber actually drop down to a top 4? He must have. Where's Faber? Faber. Or is he being developed right now? He is. Okay. Still elite somehow. Don't know how, but he is. Okay. Prospect development. We'll keep his shooting going because that's almost done. And then we'll get some of these guys going, I guess. Like, Forsman getting his shot going a little bit more. Sure, why not? And the rest of the guys, we can just auto. I really don't care. Auto it. Fuck it. See how the first few games of the season will go. 1-2-1. What's the start, man? What are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here? That's definitely not the most ideal way to start the season off. I mean, the third line's not doing bad. The top line is struggling. And Jesper Wallstead is not goaltending, to say the least. So, go with something like that. Yeah, I guess so. Give that a whirl, see how that works. See if that little bit of a change will do. And then we'll try that. See if we can get something kind of going here. OT loss again, another loss. A win against Winnipeg. A massive win against Washington. But then we lose again. Win against Nashville. Win against... and we're doing all right. We're starting to catch ourselves back up here. 10-6-4. Okay, we're starting to win some games here. There we go. Okay, all right. So 8-1-1 throughout that month. That was pretty good. I give that credit. All right, we bounced right back up. We made some moves. We did some things around the team. DeBrincat, fucking Jesus, what a beauty. He decides to stay in Minnesota, takes a pretty nice deal, and he just absolutely is exploding for Minnesota. Kaprizov is all right. Novak's actually doing quite well. I think they're actually doing not that bad up on that top line. Pavel Novak's really actually doing quite well. How's Kaprizov? Kaprizov, yeah, they're doing pretty good. They'll bounce back. Even if not. I mean, oh my God, look at Lee, dude. Look at Lee. Look at the depth. Look at the depth right here, little boys. This is what I am talking about. That is insane depth this year. We got to do something this year. Like, we got to win something. Spence has been crazy around our work's been playing very well defensively, and Wallsted's starting to jump right back up. So that's good to see from Jesper Wallsted. Starting to see some solid goaltending. Chicago, we wallop Chicago. Holy jamoly. We walk in there and get a fucking Kaprizov out of the lineup now. Sure, we'll throw Foligno there. And then we'll hit, we'll lock it up. Lock it up so nobody moves. So we had a 13-point game. How many points did Kaprizov had that night? Holy shit! What the fuck was that? We absolutely walloped them, dude. Holy fucking shit! Novak with a 5-point night. Wow, wow. That could have been some kind of milestone for the Minnesota Wild. Had to be. Had to be. That tied up with LaForena, most points in the game. That's crazy, dude. That's insane. Kaprizov also took the goal-scoring leaderboard, and he's about to take points here soon. What a game, though. Wow. We're doing quite well, though. We're having a pretty decent record. We're top of the central standings right now. As Fiera with a line now in injury. Oh, Jesus, we're getting some of the injury plague right now, man. Which I'm not liking. 2 big losses. Not what I want to see. But we get Kirill, the real deal, Kaprizov back in lineup. Lee actually didn't do that bad up on the top line, but we definitely need our big boy. Our big boy in Kaprizov to get back in the lineup here, so. So, now with that, we will continue. Maybe we need to give a little bit more of assistance to Jesper Wallstedt or something. He doesn't have the greatest record in the world, and our backup in Yana Perez has not been a very good backup, to say the least. Could go after, actually, like a Ville Husso, maybe somebody that, I mean, Ville Husso has never even really played very much. What about Kevin Lincoln? And not him either. Ivan. He's actually been putting up some good numbers, but when he did play, he was pretty trash. I wouldn't mind taking a gamble on somebody. Maybe we could get a better backup than what we got right now, because we definitely need somebody to kind of help out the team a little bit. I love different ratings for the playoff / regular season. Like a player had an 86 during the regular season, a 90 during the playoffs, kind of like Bobrovsky, where he just kind of goes nuts during the playoffs, but it's kind of mid during. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. And we'll try to play Jesper Wallstedt less games here. Maybe that'll help the team a little bit, but we are not winning games. I mean, Mario Fierro get out of the lineup and we just start losing games. Top line, they're struggling. Maybe we need an upgrade from Eriksson Ek. I don't know, man. I'm thinking we reunite that top line back up again. Let's try Merritt. Let's try a little bit of Merritt action up on that top line. We'll do Eriksson Ek with Riker Lee. Let's see if a little bit of a change up, because we definitely need to start winning some games here. And we win against Colorado, win against Buffalo, win against Columbus. Can we win against Vancouver? And we win against Vancouver. So we throw Merritt up on the top line. He doesn't get a whole lot of points for us, but hey, he plays really well defensively, and it's exactly what we need him to do. You know, we could get that point production from DeBrincat, even though they didn't do that crazy. How was Ross? We reunite that top line again, and they're like, you know what? thanks for reuniting us. We're just going to pop off right quick. Holy shit. And the goalie that we picked up, not very good either, so. Holy shit. I don't know. I feel like this team should be a lot better than what we are. We're doing not bad. We just need to turn things around here, but maybe John Hines' time might be up here soon. The NFL Discord as well, really. Never really been a big NFL guy, but I know it gets quite crazy in there. So many injuries down in the AHL. Jesus. We're actually playing quite well now. We're 7-3. We had to make a little bit of a line change, but now we're back up at the top of the Central stands with a 41 differential, which is almost near one of the top of the league. New York Rangers are pretty nutty this year, but we were top in the West. So we're doing dominant once again. Kaprizov, Baldy, Novak. Wow, what a season, man. This is really his first full season. He's nuts. Like, even though he's a lower overall than Ogren, he's getting way more points than Ogren. And Riker Lee's been pretty good, too. I've been really loving him up. Merritt's been pretty good, but I think this year, honestly, I kind of want to take a look at maybe upgrading on the center. I don't know if we really need a playmaker or something. Maybe a power forward wouldn't be a bad idea. But I think something of a little bit of an upgrade compared to Joel Eriksson. Now, it sucks that we saw him on a 2-year deal, and he's stuck to a no movement, so we really can't do anything with Eriksson. And Merritt's going to be pretty expensive, so we'll have to take a look at that kind of plan. But goaltending-wise, Jesper Wallsted's been jumping right back up. He's been doing quite well. Ivan's been pretty mid. And then defensively, Spence has been great production-wise. Ryan O'Rourke playing pretty good with Brock Faber. And Fiera playing really well with Spence, so they're doing pretty well as a pair. So we'll continue on and get past the All-Star game. Pipperine, wow, what a fucking World Juniors you had. 12 points. Forsman did pretty good. Not bad. We'll might as well sim all the way up to the deadline. DeBrincat out of the lineup. Good thing we got Riker Lee, baby. Okay. Remember, you can buy... Oh, yeah, I guess I could. I could do that. I could be something to look at. Because I don't know. Eriksson Ek's been playing. He's still, like, worth the contract that he's at. It's just... I don't know if he's really the guy that we want to be playing as our second-line guy. Andre Vasilevsky. Fuck me. I don't know, like... I mean, he's not steering the playoffs. But do I really want to trade, what, Z-Boom... Hootanainen, that's a lot. He jumped up to a top 4. Hey, let's go. I don't know. That's a lot just for Vasilevsky right now. Oh, and Kaprizov out of the lineup for a month? Jesus Christ. These injuries are coming out of left field. We'll move on, I guess. We'll continue on, but those are some big injuries. If we put up at least a 500 record, I'd be happy. We do get DeBrincat back in the lineup, so that's good. At least we get him back in. Get him back up on that line. We really struggled this month. I don't know about John Hines anymore, man. Don't know about John Hines. We have so many highs, and then we have so many lows. Like, I don't know, man. Like, we go so hot, and then all of a sudden, we just drop off the face of the earth. And it's just like, I don't know. And this year, it feels like our team is so much better than what it is, but we're just not getting maybe the coaching. Jesper Wallsted's insane. We definitely need to make some trades for sure. I think center upgrade, that's something I want to look at, and defensive upgrade. I'm willing to go all in this season. Like, that is an absolute guarantee. I'm ready to go all in this season. That's something I really do want to do. Zach Werenski could be a guy that I could go after. There's not a whole lot center core wise, but I'm willing to even trade away Urov. I'm going to have to look around the NHL and see if we can find like a big deal that we can make. Caden Goulet would be pretty nuts with a Newhook. Newhook hasn't been that big production-wise either. He hasn't had a proven record. And that's what I want. And it's not that I want a playmaker. I almost would even go with a Kirby Dach. You know, Kirby Dach wouldn't be that bad of an idea either. But he hasn't been a big production guy. And I want a proven playoff guy, too. I want a guy that's going to kick some ass once we get into the playoff time, you know? Da, 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 da. I probably will end the stream before we get into the playoffs because we're getting pretty deep into this, man. Ottawa, nothing. Philly, a lot of goaltenders. They got Levi. I think they used to have Linus Olmark. Yeah, they do have Linus Olmark, and now they got Bjornsson. Holy shit. Nothing really there. Nothing there. San Jose. Thomas Bordelot, but we don't really need a sniper. We got Provorov there, but he's signed to a long-term deal. Middleton. Hey, we used to have Jacob Middleton. We traded him to San Jose for a 7th round pick. Seattle. The Sabres play hockey in about 30 minutes. Oh, yeah, they start up at 5. Nice. I'll be starting up quite soon. I might have to take a massive piss here in like a few secs. I can feel it coming along. Yeah, Montreal had the good deal there with Kirby Dach and might be our best option. Unless we want to go after Hendrix Lapierre, but he hasn't really done very much. Chikrin wouldn't be that bad of an idea either. Winnipeg with Morrissey, another offensive defenseman. I was saying Werenski would probably be our best option. We can take a look at actually what Washington is willing to trade away. T. Dot. That's too funny. Garland. They don't really got any centers. Boston. Buffalo. JJ Perchika. Uyghur, Zari. Okay, I gotta take a fucking piss. I'll be right back and then we'll take a look at what else is available. Alrighty, I'm back. All right. Chicago, Alex Vlasic's there. I think that's really about it. Colorado. Columbus with Monahan and Werwinski. Got Thomas Harley from Dallas, too. There's really no centers really available across the league, though. That's the only thing that I haven't really seen. And a lot of them are playmakers. None of them are like, your power forward or somebody that'd be like, that'd be a great pickup for us to kind of improve the team. I think the best was with Montreal. Montreal probably had one of the better pickups that we could do. What the hell happened to Dylan Cousins, man? He's totally dropping off. Dylan Cousins, I don't know why he never does it. Did you see what they added beside Goudreau's name in the game? I think I did, but I don't remember. Is he still? Let's see. Must be Johnny Gaudreau, but maybe he's not in this game. I don't know. I was saying Caden Goulet would be a pretty good idea. It's 2 contracted players. One for 5.5 and then one for 6.4. I'm almost thinking Yurov we trade away, because with Dak, we're getting a pretty good defensive player in anyways. My only concern is I'm hoping we can get the seasons like we've gotten with this. Right? That's my only concern. That what I'm hoping with Dak is that we get the same production that he was getting when they were making the playoffs, and I hope we could get like a really good prime Caden Goulet too. And we could play him on the right D as well if we need to. Check if you have the keep retirement stats on definite. I might have. Fuck, where is that at? I think that's data. In box history lineup, retired players. I got it 20 years after, so I'm only a few years in. Okay, back to the deal. So King Goulet, Kirby Doc. So we'll give him Yurov. I like Yurov, but he's asking for $6 million. I think we could trade him and get some players that we could keep for the future of the team. Otherwise, I think other guys I would like to trade away are not going to be roster players. Defensively, we're going to keep all of our defensemen. We do have Z Boom coming up. Like I said, I would be willing to trade away Spence later on once Fierro is ready. We got Trethaway also available this year to play. Holy shit. That's kind of insane. I think, if anything... oh my god, excuse me. I'm almost kind of willing to trade away Z Boom here. Reason being is because we have a lot of left-handed defensemen, right? We have Mario Fierro that we're keeping on the team probably for a few more years. We already got Ryan O'Rourke that's going to be stuck on the team for the next few years. Z Boom, I wouldn't mind trading away to get Caden Goulet. Right, they're basically the same player. They're going to end up being the same. Caden Goulet is going to be a masterpiece during the playoffs. And that's the reason why we're getting Goulet. It's because he's going to be massive during the playoffs. That's the big reason why we're getting him, or trying to get him, right? And then we could trade away a few picks. We could do like a third. Maybe not. Maybe just do another prospect, I guess. Actually, I wouldn't mind keeping a two-way. Nikita Kessler. And we can do Kiwi Harvey. All right, so Yurov, Zeev Boom, Nikita Kessler, and Aaron Kiwi Harvey for both Caden Goulet and Kirby Dak. Both players are locked up for the next 5 to 4 years, so it actually kind of fits within our plan, middle of the plan, right, with these guys. They're young. Kirby Dak is going to be able to play in the top 6, which is exactly what we want. We want a guy that can pass a little bit, score a little bit of goals, play not bad defensively, hit, get some stuff done as a centerman up in our top 6. We don't really need Yurov. Yurov's playing on the 4th line. We're not really using him a whole lot. We haven't really used him a whole lot. So I think he's a guy that we could trade him away and get a center that could help us for this year. So let's see how that'll go through. And it does. So massive deal for the Minnesota Wild, getting both Kirby Dak and Caden Goulet from the Montreal Canadiens. Move Healy down. He'll probably get picked up by the waivers, but that's all well. And then we're just waiting on him to come back in the lineup, and then we'll have basically our full lineup that we're going to be going with. I was thinking we could maybe upgrade the goaltending and maybe get somebody else for goaltending, but I think with the Jesper Wallstedt, I think I'm pretty confident in him. My biggest worry is how well will he do in another playoff run, but we can only just wait and see once we get to the deadline. Joseph Woll. He has been that great. It's been pretty mid. Vasilevsky's super tempting, man. He's been a goalie that I think we could throw to him if need to. But I don't want to make another deal where we're trading away another prospect and another pick. Like, we just trade away Z-Boom. Nah, I think we're okay. We'll go with what we got. Ryan Healy, of course, gets picked up by Atlanta. I think I'm all right now. Like, I think if it was just a first-round pick, I wouldn't... you know what? I wouldn't mind the defenseman here in Hunter going. Or Henry. He's not improving. We got a lot of defensemen. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Why not? Why not? We're going all in this season. Like I said, we're going all in this season. I want to make this team dominant. I want this team to potentially win a fucking Stanley Cup this year, all right? That is exactly what I want. And Vasilevsky, if he could help us do that, could give us a really strong tandem going into the playoffs and, you know, help Wallstedt become the goalie that he needs to become. I'm perfectly okay with that. So let's go with it. That's the only deal I want to make. That's it. I don't want to make any more deals. I'm done. I'm done. Done making the moves. I want to go with what we got right now. Want to go with what we got right now. Cannot wait to get Kaprizov back in the lineup because that'll be nice. Big win against Montreal. Lost there. We get Kaprizov back in the lineup. Thank goodness. I mean, Lee's been a beast this year. I think he could definitely win the Rookie of the Year. Either that or you got Novak, who has 59. Like, we got a ton of rookies this year that have just been massive. Kaprizov dropped to an 88 overall. Are you kidding me? What the fuck, man? Is it because of that moderate hip injury? Damn, dude. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting him at all to drop, but oh well. How well is Kirby? Oh my god, this is what I am talking about, man. What a fucking pickup those two guys are. Caden Goulet has been a beast defensively alongside Spence. And then you get fucking Kirby Dak alongside of Novak and DeBrincat, and they've been, you know what, we're going to pop off right quick. Great pickups, man. And we are ending the season on an absolute tear. Not a bad end of the season. You know, not a bad end of the season. Could have probably had a lot of a better record for our plus differential. You know what I mean? Like, we definitely could have had a way better record than what we did. And I think that's why next year I do want to move on from John Haynes. I think we could find somebody better to even improve this team a little bit more. We'll see how well he'll do for our playoff run, but I'm pretty happy with how we did. We finished third in the division. We absolutely ended the season on a pretty good ending. Like, we finished the season pretty good, I think. Kaprizov looked nutty. Kaprizov actually had a pretty low down season. He got injured a whole lot this season. I think that was the biggest factor. He didn't play a full season this year, but still did quite well. Baldy and Rossi did quite well. I think getting Novak, DeBrincat, Lee was insane. Getting Kirby Doc, I think at the deadline was a massive pickup, and having him for the next few years, I think will be crazy good. Ogren, Eriksson Ek, Bankier, goaltending wise, Vasilevsky did not bad. Wasn't a bad pickup for the team. We'll see how well he'll help with the playoff run. Jesper Wallstedt, I think, actually got a lot of help by that. Didn't end the season off too great, but put up some great numbers near the end. We had a lot of goalies play for the team too this year, and then defensively, Spence pretty good season. Faber, Goulet was a great pickup. I'm quite happy with the way that we ended the season off. Quite happy. We're going to be facing the Dallas Stars. You know what? Let's do the playoffs. Let's do the playoffs, and then we'll end the stream off. I think that's what we'll do. Hour 52. That's not bad. What we'll do is we'll do the playoffs, and then that'll be it. So we're going to be going up against the Dallas Stars. Once again, we faced them last year as well in the second round, so we'll have to see how well we'll do in this year in the first round. So we got Winnipeg, Colorado, Anaheim, Vegas, Nashville, Edmonton. And then off in the East, we got New York, Columbus, Philadelphia, New Jersey, Buffalo, Ottawa, Boston, and Florida. So we're going to be going up against the Dallas Stars, who have been struggling to even get themselves out of the first and second round. So they want to push. They want to push out of the round, and they have had a lot of big players step up this year. Maverick Bjork stepped up. Geeky, who they picked up from Tampa Bay. Looks like they got him on a qualifying offer. They got a Curry who jumped up. Semenov, Mentainen, who jumped up this year. Defensively, they're stacked. Ottinger, who's, of course, just had a pretty mid-season this year compared to his other seasons, but still cannot underrate him. That's for damn sure. But still, a very strong defensive team that we're going to be going up against. But I hope we could defeat them. I think we got the better team. On paper, we got the better team. Defensively, they're definitely better than us, for sure. I think their defensive core is quite deep, and, you know, he's Skanainen, and when you have him on the team, it's pretty hard to beat that. And also Rope Hintz and all the other guys that they have. So, year 4 playoffs for the Minnesota Wild. We're going to be going up against the Dallas Stars here in round 1. And see how well we do here in game 1. Come on. Holy shit. We step into game 1 with a 7-1 or 7-2 beating with DeBrincat with a hattie, Novak, Kirby Doc, who got 2 points in the night, who's coming out to absolutely play, man. What a start to game 1 for the Minnesota Wild. We didn't even get to see anything from Kaprizov. It was all DeBrincat there in game 1. So here we go. Game 2. Can we see the same performance once again? And we do. 3-2 victory. Jesper Wallstedt played massively this time with Riker Lee getting his first career playoff goal. Rossi and Kirby Doc once again getting a big goal there for Minnesota. Kirby Doc playing massively with DeBrincat as well, who's been... And Novak. This is what I mean. We need players that are like not our main all-stars to get some big games this year. You know what I mean? We need our all-stars to play good, but we also need our depth to also play massively as well. So coming into game 3, up 2-0. Let's see how well we do once again. And a 5-1 victory this time for the Dallas Stars, who come out to play. Maverick Bjork, Robertson, Stankov, and they're like, you know what? Fuck you guys. We're not allowing you to play good in Minnesota. Alrighty, so they come out. They definitely curb stomp us there. So let's see how well we'll do here in game 4. We definitely need a bounce back victory. We cannot allow them to tie the series up at 2. And they do. That is not good. That is not good at all. So I think the way that we go now is I want Kirby Doc up there. I want Riker Lee up at the top line. I want Baldy there. And then we have an injury to Merritt, so we'll throw him there. And who do we have in the AHL? Ooh, Riley Hate's ready to go, eh? You know what? I'm willing to gamble. I'm willing to take a little bit of a gamble. Why not? Put him on the fourth line, see what he does. Can't hurt to try. I want Fierro back with Spence. They were doing really good when we were doing that. And Wallstead, we're going to take you out. We're going to throw Vasilevsky in for the next few games. So we'll see how that performs here for the Minnesota Wild. See if we can get some different stuff going. We'll try Vazzy in this next game here. That's why we picked up Vazzy. That's exactly why we picked up Vasilevsky, to see what he could be able to do for the Minnesota Wild. Here in Game 5, series tied up at 2. Let's see if we could walk out with a big dub. And we absolutely do. Vasilevsky plays massive. First star of the game, Kaprizov. Lee played amazing up on that top line. Ogren getting a big goal as well for the Minnesota Wild as we take back the series lead 3-2 as we head off for... How did Riley Haight do? Did not bad. Played pretty well defensively. Can we even send down? Yeah, we can't really send him down, so we'll have to send down Goudreau. Okay. Well, let's continue here. We got Game 6, Minnesota. Come on, we need this dub. We can walk out and move on to the conference finals, and that's exactly what I want to see us do here tonight. So come on, boys. Let's get into it. Game 6, we'll actually do... Oh, my God, Lee. Riker Lee. Coming out of college, first year in the NHL, 38 goals. Now he's coming in the playoffs, ripping it up. As we played absolutely amazing in the first period. The second half, not so much. The Dallas Stars, they are pushing back hard with Rope Hinsk getting a goal. And then Blimmel, the depth, getting a big goal for Dallas to tie the game up. Oh, my God, dude. Come on, bro. What are we doing here? I don't know. I don't even know what we change up here. Maybe Rossi up the top line. We'll see if that does anything. No, it doesn't. That doesn't do a fucking thing. I guess we're going to be going off to a Game 7. Yeah, fuck this shit. 8-3 fucking beating. I guess we're going back to Wallstead. I'll try that out. We'll see how I do. Game 7. If we lose in the first round, I'm going to be so infuriating. This is the best chance that we've had at a cup. This is exactly what we want it to be. This is our chance to make it all the way. You know, our best chance is this year. So come on, Minnesota. Game 7 against the Dallas Stars. Marco Rossi gets a big goal to start things off for Minnesota. We need to get that hot start, but we also need to continue to play good. That's the biggest thing right now. I'm not really happy with the way that we were playing against the Dallas Stars, especially this year. We demolished them last year, and this year we're playing a totally different game. I don't know what we're doing right now. We're trying to play a tight game against a very defensive team in Dallas, and it's not working very well. Oh, Baldy gets his first goal finally of the playoffs, and Rossi, Bjork, makes it 2, though. Oh, come on, boys. Come on. Power play for Dallas, nothing. Come on, power play for Minnesota, nothing. 4 minutes remaining, 2 minutes remaining, and we're ending off with a power play. And yes, for Wallstead, played amazing. Rossi with 2 big, beautiful goals, and we beat the Dallas Stars, and now we're going up against Winnipeg. That was not exactly what I wanted to go with. I think that was a miserable series, honestly. That was piss poor. Play baseball in 7 minutes. I don't know what Baldy was doing. Baldy was struggling. Like, everyone was struggling against the Detroit, or Dallas Stars. Oh my god. I don't think anybody had a great series there. I'm even surprised we even made it out alive, for fuck's sakes. Like, that was just abysmal. And now we got to go up against Winnipeg. Otherwise, New York, New Jersey, Buffalo, Florida, Edmonton, and Vegas. So what does Winnipeg got? They got Kyle Connor, Cole Perfetti, Brain Yager. Oh, I got to turn my low battery thing off. I don't know why I turned it on, because my battery thing popped up, and I'm like, oh yeah, but it turns off my phone automatically, and I kind of want to see the chat. Oh, man. Oh, they got Hellebuck too, so another great defensive team, I'm guessing. Yeah, not even a big offensive time with this team, honestly. A lot of young guys with Cruz Lucius. They got Luca Del Pez, who came from, he was in Columbus originally, but probably got picked up RFA-wise. Neil Pionk. Defensively, they're not super deep, but I mean, you got Connor Hellebuck, so that definitely changes things up. So we'll see how things go this time around. We definitely need to play a lot better offensively. I hope the top line plays a lot better than what they were. We definitely just need to play a lot better, right? Kaprizov needs to step up more as a captain here. He needs to play a lot better himself. We need this whole team to play a lot better than what they were in the series against Dallas. So we're going up against Winnipeg. We've done decently against this year, and we need to do a lot better coming into this series. So come on, we need to get off to a hot start. Let's do our good. First game, and we win 5-2 with a massive game from Rossi Kaprizov. 2-point night. He gets a big goal. We went down by 2, and then we started climbing back in, and it's exactly what I wanted to see. Exactly what I wanted to see. I want us to play a lot of a better game, and we exactly did that. So what a great game to bounce back on. As we jump into game 2 against Winnipeg again. Here in round 2, we need to continue to play good, man. We're going up against a good defensive team, and when you got Hellebuck, things could change quite fast. So game 2 here for Minnesota. And we walk away with a 4-1 victory with Jesper Wallstedt playing massive once again. 2 big goals from Baldy, who we need to see some more point production from. Lee and Novak getting all big goals for the Minnesota Wild as we take another 2-1 series. Or what are you sending in the chat there, dude? Oh, it's a Twitter video. Huh? That's crazy to wish upon a person, dude. That is crazy. That's nuts to wish upon a person. God damn, dude. All right, we're going off to Winnipeg. 2-0 series lead here for Minnesota. Kaprizov having an amazing series. He's really jumping back up, and we need him to continue to play good. Come on, game 3. Come on, boys. And a big win once again. Baldy with a big goal to start off the game. Spacek and DeBrincat. They did get 2 big goals, but Jesper Wallstedt steps up big and shuts down the game and gives the Minnesota Wild a 3-0 series lead against Winnipeg. As we'll jump here into game 4. Come on, we can sweep him here tonight, boys. And we absolutely do with Jesper Wallstedt playing amazing. Riley Heat getting his first goal of the playoffs. And what a beauty that is in Kirill, the real deal. Kaprizov gets the game-winning goal, sending the Minnesota Wild once again off to the conference finals. So once again off to the conference finals again. Who are we going to be facing? It's either Vegas or Edmonton. And it will be the Edmonton Oilers. So a rematch from 2 years ago. And New York and New Jersey, with New York moving on, Florida moving on. So we have Florida and New York, Minnesota, and Edmonton. So we're going up against McJesus again. Awesome. And Fantilli. Which I'm kind of scared of this team, to be honest with you. Because of McDavid. McDavid's insane. Defense. See, this is the type of era that we can really take advantage of them. Look at their defense, man. Their defense is abysmal. like Emberson, Fisher. Like, we could really take advantage of their defensive core, I think, this year. And then Oostman and Skinner. Oostman been their main starting goalie, which is surprising because Stuart Skinner was their main guy last year, but he's barely played at all. So I don't know. But their offensive core is all right. But, I mean, they're being carried massively by McDavid and Draisaitl and Fantilli. So that's a line that we got to be looking at and trying to shut down, but also trying to overproduce them, you know what I mean? But Kaprizov needs to be huge. The Brinkett, Rossi, we need Baldy big time to continue to play good. Kirby Dach, Spence, Novak. We need a lot of guys to step up big time, and players like Ogren, a guy like Eriksson Ek, I really would like to see play massive. Wallstead, I need to be a big-time goalie coming into this series, so Kaprizov, I need you to be that big captain still. I need you to play even bigger than Connor McDavid coming into the series, because defensively, they're not good, and we could really take advantage of them during this series. So come on, boys. Conference finals against the Edmonton Oilers. Here we go. Game 1. Let's see how we do. 5-4 victory. We just squeezed one out with DeBrincat getting a game-winning goal with 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Holy jamoli. We get off to a hot start with Lee, Dach, Lee, Kaprizov, and then McDavid, Hyland, Nuge, Draisaitl. All the big stars come out and they start giving some big goals for the Edmonton Oilers, but we take that Game 1 victory, and that's absolutely what we need to do. We needed to walk away with that Game 1 victory, and we do. So coming in the Game 2, we just need to continue to do good, and we need to walk away with another big victory here tonight against the Edmonton Oilers. So come on, boys. Game 2 against Edmonton. And we don't do it tonight because Draisaitl gets the game-winning goal in OT. Okay, we need to figure out a way to shut down that top line. No, dude. You gotta be fucking kidding me. There's no way he gets injured. Do we have any future snipers coming up the pipeline? Nobody right now. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Let me cook here. I want our best defensive forwards to be up on that top line. Okay? So I think right now, I want to reunite Rossi with Kaprizov and Oldham. That's what I want to go with. I want to reunite them because we need to basically outperform that top line. I was thinking maybe go more defensively, but I think instead we'll just try to top it and see how that goes for the next game. If not, we'll make another line change. But I think we'll keep it the way the things that are right now. I kind of want Bankier up with Eriksson Ek. We'll maybe try to get some goal scoring going depth-wise, because now we lost a big goal scorer in DeBrincat, which kind of sucks ass. So we'll see how that does. But we need a big game from Wallstead. Either that or we try to throw in Vazzy for the next game. Right? I mean, he has been doing great. So maybe we do that. Maybe we try Vazzy for a game, see if he could shut down McDavid and Draisaitl. Because right now, they are pretty unstoppable here. For Game 3 against the Edmonton Oilers, we're going to do real-time simulation for the rest of the games. So we'll see how we do. We need a big game here tonight. We need to really beat up the Edmonton Oilers tonight. And Baldy starts off big time. There we go. That's exactly what I want to see. I want to see Baldy produce some big-time goals, and we see that Arvidsson gets a big goal for the Edmonton Oilers. Tie the game up at 1. Power play for the Oilers. We shut it down. And a big goal there from Riker Lee, baby. Power play for Minnesota. They kill it off. Power play for Edmonton. We kill it off. Beautiful. Beautiful. Third period here for Minnesota. Power play for Edmonton. We kill it off again. We need a goal. We need an extra goal here to give us a little bit of support. We need an extra goal. Fuck! Are you... Dude, there's no way. There's no fucking way that just happened. Fantilli and McDavid. Fuck off, dude. What a fucking scumbag piece of shit. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. We are loading up defensively on that top line. We're going Auger and Eriksson Ekbaldi. I'm done fucking around now, man. I'm done fucking around now. They want to be fucking dicks, we can be dicks. So, Auger and Eriksson Ekbaldi, pure defense. That's our top defensive guys. We're throwing all our big defense guys up there. And then we'll do Dak, Lee Height. I want King Goulet to move up. Faber to go back up to the top. Vazzy did pretty good. I almost kind of want to go back to Wallstead. We gave him a break. We'll go back with Wallstead for the next game. We need a big victory here tonight. We're down 2-1. We need to tie the series back up. We cannot fall down 3-1 in the series against the Edmonton Oilers. Power play for Minnesota, it gets killed off. Come on, Minnesota. Power play for Minnesota. We didn't get anything on the power play. Highland gets a goal for the Edmonton Oilers. Can we get the fuck out of this conference finals, for crying out loud? We've been here 3 years in a row. Can we do something here? Can we play hockey or something? I don't know. Do something. There we go, Riker Lee. Baby, let's go. Power play. Nothing on the power play. Like, we just fold up during the conference finals. We just choke so hard every year. There we go, Riley Haight. This is what I'm fucking talking about. Game-winning goal from Riley Haight. Jesper Wallstedt gets an injury, which is not good. But he played stellar in that game. We tied the series back up at 2. That sucks for Wallstedt being out. Fuck me. Now we got to really rely on Vasilevsky. It's kind of a good thing maybe we made that move. It's kind of secretly been a good move for the team, getting Vasilevsky on the team, because now he could be that big netminder. I mean, he has been amazing. Wallsted's been a stud, but we played massively against the Edmonton Oilers. Now we need to do it back at home for Game 5, and we need to have a big victory here tonight, all right? We need to play good. We need this victory here tonight. We cannot let the Oilers put us on the face of elimination, all right? So, Paulson starts it off for the Oilers. Not a great start for us. And then McDavid. Come on, dude. Seriously? That is a fucking joke. What a fucking joke. Honestly. Wallstedt gets injured, and then we just absolutely get fucking pummeled. Fuck off. Whatever, man. What a fucking joke. This team is fucking me in the ass. Literally and figuratively. We need you to do something, Vasilevsky. We need you to do something for me. Do something for me. Play good for once in your fucking life. Fuck whatever, man. What the... Where did this come from? We start piss poor and then Merritt gets a goal. This team is actually pissing me off. Lee, Bankier, Kaprizov, Auger, and I'll play massive. Alright, I'll take the big dub. Series tied up at 3. This team's scaring me, man. This team is scaring me. Game 7. With a chance to go off to the Stanley Cup Finals. Panthers are in there. A chance to leave, then finally move out of the conference finals. Game 7 against the Edmonton Oilers. The biggest game in Minnesota Wild history is about to begin. Let's go. Come on. I need this game here tonight. So let's get off to a good start and play good throughout the entire game. Ryan O'Rourke gets a big goal for the Minnesota Wild to start things off. Oh my god, we are, wow, starting off amazing. We are not really giving the Oilers very many opportunities. 20-7 for shots. Darnell Nurse gets a big one, but don't worry, Brock Faber gets the lead back for the Wild right afterwards. Come on. I want to see that fucking Stanley Cup Finals hockey. Draisaitl gets a big goal for the Oilers to tie the game back up at 2. Power play for the Oilers. Nothing. Power play for Minnesota. Eriksson gets a big goal. That top line, baby. Come on. Come on. Keep the lead. Fucking McDavid. There's no way. Come on, OT. Come on, OT. Come on. Power play. Kill it off. Good job. Come on. Biggest game in the Minnesota Wild career. Come on. Second OT. Please. For the love of God. We're going to take a timeout. Boys. Biggest game of our careers. We've been here 3 times over. We've lost to this team before. I need us to do something here. Captain. Captain, oh captain. Baldy, Rossi, whoever wants to step up, we need you tonight. There's no way Fantilli killed us again. Fantilli killed us again. Fuck you, John Haynes. You're gone, buddy. You're gone. You're done. You're done. Fuck off. You're done. 3rd year in a row, man. 3rd year in a row being in this conference finals and we lose again. To the Edmonton Oilers. Like, this is, like, unbelievable, dude. Again, dude. I just cannot believe again that we've lost in the conference finals. And the 2 big injuries, losing to Brink and Wallstead, definitely did not help us, like, at all. Whatever, man. That is miserable. That is miserable. To lose like that again against the Edmonton Oilers. Absolutely miserable. I cannot believe that, man. I absolutely cannot believe that we lost like that again. That is disappointing. We lose to the Edmonton Oilers again. I'll probably be doing another stream of this next week because I definitely want to now. Because next episode we're winning the cup. We're going after that cup hard in the paint. No doubt about it. We're changing the coach up because John Haynes was not doing anything for this team. So, all right, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. That was a blast to see a lot of you guys in the chat as always. We're gonna be doing some pretty cool live streams coming up. We should have tomorrow. We're gonna be having a live stream tomorrow. So make sure to come check it out. Thank you guys for joining in.